I found someone selling a bag of Game Boy bits on Facebook Marketplace for £50 British. It has 3 Pokemon games, a Game Boy Color, and a Game Boy Advance SP, and a few other games, which I just couldn't believe what an absolute bargain it was. So let's take a look at what we got. Let's see what Pokemon they've caught. Let's see if the Game Boys work or if we can quickly fix them up if they don't, and have a look at what other games are included. So I have to say the sellers were very, very lovely people. Obviously when something like this comes up for sale, they are bombarded with messages. I just so happened to find it the soonest. It'd only been up for a few minutes, which is a very lucky thing. And obviously this is probably worth more than £50. In the UK, a Game Boy Color on its own maybe goes for around £40 in really good condition, maybe closer to 30. It also came with a Game Boy Advance SP. These, if they work, this one's not got any batteries, so this is sold as untested. They didn't have a cable. These can sell for around about the same, maybe a little bit more. So clearly here, I've made my money back. And then you have 3 Pokemon games. These might be fake. I know for sure that these ones are going to be real just by looking at them. The sort of the fading on the labels, and also the fact that they are PAL, which is the UK region. But we're going to pop them open, give them a little clean, and see if they are actually real. The one that I'm a little bit more worried about is this one right here, because it is the American version. And typically in the UK, if there was an American game in the mix, you would potentially assume that that could be fake, because for some reason China didn't bother replicating the UK stickers, or the labels and licensing and stuff for the UK, so they used the American ones. Now the really lovely couple who sold this to me just so happened to be interested in 3D printing, and the guy 3D printed a battery cover because this one was missing one. Now they did explain that it doesn't quite stay down, which is, fair enough. It's been 3D printed, you can't expect it to be perfect, but besides the latch, the fit is actually brilliant. So really cool of them to have tried to do that. Now let's take a look at what else we have. We have a Monsters Inc. Game Boy Color game, which for some reason has SL3D written on it. I wonder if that's maybe like a code or something for like a certain level in Monsters Inc. It could be, maybe we'll give that a try. We've got Finding Nemo. We've got another Monsters Inc. game. Now this has the exact same label on it. It's the exact same label, the same name, so it'll be interesting to see why there's exactly the same game for 2 different generations of Game Boy. We've got Wave Race and James Bond 007 as well, which is a decent little collection of games. Wave Race is really fun. I've not spent a lot of time on 007, so we're going to have to check that one out as well. And then finally, this is the one that gives you all of the fun. This is a Super No Repeat 70-in-1, which is a knockoff Game Boy cartridge, which obviously is going to come with a bunch of ROMs on it. They might be NES ROMs, they might be actual Game Boy Advance ROMs. We're going to have to find out. And then this lovely little pouch as well, which is a really nice thing to have included. It's the official Nintendo one. I actually had this exact one when I was younger. So let's set all the games to the side and have a little look at the units first. So the Game Boy Color, as I said, doesn't come with a battery cover, but in general, it's not in too bad condition. A little bit of sort of general wear and tear, a few scratches on the screen. There's not a lot of wearing on the finish around the action buttons and the directional pads. Typically when you see a Game Boy that's been played a lot because thumbs have been rubbing, you actually get a sort of a shininess finish on the shell, which is actually meant to be a sort of a matte finish. So that's how you can tell that it's been played loads. The other way to tell as well is from the scratches on where the cartridges go in on the back. So this one doesn't have too many scratches, and it's generally an overall pretty good condition. So I'm really, really happy with that. It has got 2 batteries in it, so let's go ahead and see if it fires up. There we go, absolutely fine. Happy days, works perfectly. Looks like the screen's in really good condition. I did hear the speaker there as well, so that sounds like it all works really nicely. Now this one they said they couldn't test, so hopefully it's gonna work. Let's have a look. So there's definitely no power in there. I haven't got a charger, but I do have 2 batteries that I just found lying around. One of them's a little bit swollen, so let's just quickly take off the back and see if there's any juice in any of these 2 here. But we'll have a look at the battery that's in here as well. Sometimes these have been replaced over the years. Nope, this is an original one, and it's pretty It's starting to bulge actually just ever so slightly. So this one's probably coming to the end of its life. Although lots of companies do now sell battery mods. Retro Modding make a really good one that I'll leave in the description below, made by a fellow Game Boy YouTuber. Let's have a look at this one and see if this works. Hey, look at that. That does work. Mako, by the way, his name came to me. It's Mako who made that battery in collaboration with Retro Modding. So I'll leave a link to that. It's a good little battery. And you just drop it straight in and it gives you more battery life, and also it's brand new. So you're not going to have any worries about it. So there we go. That is a working Game Boy Advance SP AGS001 for £50 included in all of this stuff. Absolutely crazy. Right, let's take a look at these 3 Pokemon games and see if these are real and give them a little clean as well. For this, I've got the bit in my iFixit toolkit. It's a little bit of a weird shape. It's like a game bit, I think it's called, screwdriver bit. So let's go ahead and undo this on the back and see what it's saying inside. Here we go. I'm going to close my eyes and then we're going to look at them at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yup, they're 100% real. Really, really happy with all of those. That is fantastic. So to have a look at a couple of telltale signs, it's usually, I mean, this battery is at the end of its life. That is 100% apparent to me. This battery is about to go, which is a little bit scary. That one needs to be sorted out. You can see there the bulging on it is huge. I'll make a little video actually replacing the batteries in these, because it's a good thing to do. It's good practice to have to make your games last as long as physically possible. Right, now if we flip it over, you're going to see on the back there that it is going to say 1998 Nintendo, which is the year I was born, in the month of Nintendo. So yeah, there we go. That one is absolutely real. Very, very happy with that. I mean, I can tell from the chips, but it's always good to just take it out and have a little look on the other side. This one up here as well, 1998 Nintendo. Obviously, this one was a slightly later one than the 2. So, and then the final one is this red one, and you can also see that that one says 1998 Nintendo on it. So all of them are real. That is hugely relieving. Let's give them a little clean. So fairly simple to get these games all nice and clean. We're going to take a little bit of isopropyl rubbing alcohol and some cotton buds or Q-tips wherever you are in the world. We're going to go and pour a little bit into the cap like that. And then all we have to do is just take the isopropyl alcohol, take the motherboard out of the shell so that you're not going to damage the plastic in any way. And then all you're going to do is just rub the isopropyl alcohol across the pins at the bottom. I'm sure most of you will probably know this by now, but if any of you don't, then that's pretty much all you've got to do to clean the Game Boy game. This is the only thing that's really involved in cleaning a Game Boy game and just sort of servicing it. So between that and replacing the battery, which is a slightly more difficult thing to do, that's going to be pretty much all your games are going to need to keep them lasting for a lot longer. That is all 3 games, all back together, nice and clean. Let's start off with Pokemon Red and see if this works. Here we go. First try, that is what we like to see. Okay, the game starts. Let's have a look and see if the start button works. Maybe you don't need the start button at this part. Look at that, it's even got a save. Right, let's click continue and see. He's got 56 Pokemon. That's quite a lot. Oh look, we're already in the place that we need to be. That's convenient. Okay, so they've got a Blastoise, which is actually fairly high level. Let's see what else they've got. Deposit. We've got an ET, whatever ET is. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't know what that is. Something rather. Oh, Articuno. There we go. Happy days. I know my stuff. Right, let's see what else we've got. We've got a Paris. Yeah, that's literally just a Paris. That's not anything we need to worry about. And then we've got a couple of other ones which I think are... We've got a Raichu, which is fairly high level. Let's have a look. There we go. So yeah, some really nice little Pokemon on this one. And this game works absolutely perfectly. Now let's try Pokemon Yellow and see if this one works too. Yeah, no save on this one. That one is going to need a new battery. But the game works perfectly well. But that was the one where I said the battery was quite swollen. So once we put that new battery in, it will be perfect. Let's have a look and see if Pokemon Blue works. Yeah, works first try. Happy days. Continue. Yeah. Okay, this one's got double the time on it. So this one might have some even better Pokemon. Let's press... Yeah, this start button doesn't work. Look. There we go. You have to press really, really hard to get that to come up. If I just press it normally, it doesn't come up. You have to really dig your nail in. And then it comes up. So yeah, I can show you how to fix that. We'll do that at the end of the video. Right, we've got a Blastoise, we've got a Parasect, an Aerodactyl, a Ninetales, a Jigglypuff, and a Mewtwo. Okay, this person, I think, knew what they were doing with Pokemon. Let's have a look at a couple of the other games. I'm just going to find a good bit of gameplay and just chuck that in. So let's see what we can find. I think this is a story-based game that we can't just jump into right now. But it actually looks really a lot like Pokemon, which is kind of funny. But yeah, story-based game, hard to just jump into it. But it all works beautifully and actually looks like quite a fun game. Let's have a quick look at Wave Race. Follow the crowd. Follow the crowd and understand what to do. No, we're losing them. I lost again. I haven't actually played this version. Right, let's see if we can figure out what's going on with this whole Monster Inc. business. Because I'm really confused as to how it's quite literally the exact same game. So let's go ahead and plug them in. I mean, it's the same idea of game, but they are two different games. But yeah, it's exactly the same idea. It's just... one obviously looks better than the other because it's on a Game Boy Advance. But it's just a side-scrolling Monsters Inc. game where they didn't decide to do any different artwork. Which is just... I mean, that's just so ridiculous. It's literally the exact same pose of both of them. I don't know. It is a code-based game, so that's probably what that code does. I'm not going to be able to remember it. Maybe we can try SL3D. Okay, here we go. Right, SL3D. It does work. There we have it. We're on a different level. So that's exactly what they did. They permanently... Oh, but it's a fun level. It's where he slides down the hill after getting the snow cones. So actually, really solid level. That's worth ruining a label over. Now it's time to look at the really fun one. Now we're going to do this on the Analog Pocket just so that we can actually see the screen a lot better. Oh, okay, here we go. So it is actually NES games. Oh, wait a minute. No, that is a proper Game Boy Advance game. So I've figured out what this cartridge is. So the two games that are on the label on the back, which is the Gallery 4, Game & Watch Gallery 4 and Yoshi's Island, those are on here, on the top two, and then the rest of them are just NES ROMs, or Famicom ROMs, which is just absolutely hilarious. I'm not sure there's going to be any ROM hacks on here. There might well be. Ah, Solar Force. These are some decent NES games though, so this isn't actually completely useless. You know, it's not really the best. You'd rather play Game Boy Advance games on your Game Boy Advance, but it's a decent thing to have. So I think it's worth me showing how to clean up the start and select buttons, because if anybody buys a Game Boy, they're probably going to have a problem like this, and they're going to need to know how to quickly fix it. So you're going to need to pick up a tri-wing screwdriver. So there's 6 tri-wing screws on the back. So once you've undone all of those, you can go ahead and lift the back off. Then you're going to need to switch out to a Phillips screwdriver bit. And we're going to go ahead and undo the 3 screws just here. Okay, and after you've undone all of those 3 screws, we can go ahead and unlatch the ribbon cable, which is with 2 small little tabs either side. So go ahead and just pull those off. And then you can pull the ribbon cable out. And there you have the back of the button membranes. You've got the contacts. So what we're going to do is take our isopropyl alcohol and dip the Q-tip in. And exactly like we did before, because these are contacts made out of metal, over the years they've oxidized slightly. So just go ahead and give them a nice clean like that, just rubbing the Q-tip around. Don't be afraid to apply a little bit of pressure just to really scrub them clean. Now, if we take a look at the start and select membrane just there, you are actually going to pretty much be able to see exactly why this doesn't work very well. It's because it's coated in something which is going to prevent it from making a good contact. So let's go ahead, dunk it in the isopropyl alcohol, and just give it a little rub there with the Q-tip, and that is going to clean it right up. You can see all the black gunk coming out on my Q-tip there. And then do the same to the other ones as well. Right, let's see how well the start buttons work now. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just the lightest touch. Brilliant. I hope you have all enjoyed this video. What an absolute lovely collection of stuff there. Really, really cool. I've got some friends who are after some of these games, so that's where they're going to probably go to, because I don't really collect games that much. I'm going to use these for further videos on the channel. So it's a win-win. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.